And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes! Oh! Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
Hey, who wanted the poo-poo platter?
Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live. Here, post-game, Game 3, the series finale against the New York Yankees, and the Giants lose 3-1. We scored a run, Glenn. Woo! There we
Nothing
go.
like getting a run in first three games, Eric. You know, nothing to hang your hat on, but
Look, Giants had opportunities, man, especially in that sixth inning, man. You had runners at the corners with no outs. Willie Adames strikes out on a feeble attempt to try to foul off that slider to no avail. And then what happens next? Well, a double play.
Eric, I'm sick of it.
You're already sick of it. We're only game 3 and you're sick of it.
You hang out watching the game. No, today it was compounded. I was texting you earlier. I'm out enjoying a nice day, but I'm watching highlights, watching stuff. Kai Wei Tang, dominant today. He's going to get the win. They came back, scored 11 for him in relief, so he's going to get they're not going to give up 7 and lose it for him. What did Dominic Smith, a walk-off grand slam? Who got that inning underway for Atlanta? Mike Yastrzemski into the gap. Eric, I've said it before, get the hell out of San Francisco and have yourself a nice career. Dude, we got Casey Schmidt who does – what are we doing, Eric? We got Casey Schmidt who does nothing, Eric. Does nothing. He's a bench player at best, and when we put him in the lineup at a regular – Eric, we scored 1 run in 3 games, Eric. Enough said.
Hey, I mean, you could say that for a lot of the lineup right now. I mean, they did make more contact today. Look,
We lost.
Tyler Mahle had a good outing. The bullpen was okay, right? They only allowed 3 runs, but they can't, for some reason, whatever it may be, and it's very reminiscent, Glenn. Me and you did a bunch of post games over the last year and a half, and we're seeing something very familiar here in the beginning of the season, and that is getting hits with runners in scoring position, man. We'll get into it here a little bit later when we break it down with the box score, but my God, man, this is tough. As far what makes it tough? It makes it tough because we're Giants fans. We want our team to go out there and win. And the last thing you want to do is to get swept. I mean, you got swept in the opening series. You couldn't even pull out one freaking win out of this series. When look, they had opportunities today. Yesterday it was a little bit more difficult with Cam Schlittler in the taking the ball because he was fantastic. But man, difficult day. Glenn, it makes it tough. You know, you sit there and you watch and you're just like, what is going on here, man? Come on. And what are you going to do, Glenn?
I agree with Aaron Lost. One swing of the bat, Dom's got 4 RBIs. We got 1 all year so far in the first 3 games. More Katniss says Embarrassing, of course. And then somebody else
Yeah.
says, if you Eddie makes a good point too. I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon. If you're blaming Tony V for the loss, you don't understand baseball. Correct.
Who's
Correct.
blaming? No one's
Correct.
blaming Tony
Just a
Vitello.
point I think he's trying to make, that we suck collectively.
No.
It's not the manager's fault. It's we are not a good baseball. We are not a good organization. Don't blame the manager.
And as far as Tony Vitello, his post game and some of the comments he makes is a little bit weird. It's probably comments I wouldn't make as a manager. I'm just saying. And again, look, I'm not saying that I'm capable of being that, but some of the takes that he takes is a little bit weird. And he opens himself up for criticism, and it's like, why do that? Just to go out there, manage the game, and don't worry about the rest of the stuff. But no, this is not a Tony Vitello problem.
Although listen, there's lots of great comments in the chat tonight, right? Could see the young guys, but did you see the comment a moment ago by our buddy Mr. Postman drops in on the show today? Good to have you. What's wrong with some pinch hitting, Eric? You got Bailey.
That's a great point. Alex Pavlovich made an interesting tweet. What was that? I think it was the 7th inning. Jung-Hoo Lee was coming up to bat, and Alex said, "Hey, you got a bench full of righties. Why don't you use a righty in this position, in this specific situation?" Because they were going up against, I guess, what's his name, Hill. That guy, it's not easy to hit in the first place, even if you're batting from the right. But you got Oliva, you got Encarnacion, you got Christian Koss. You got Daniel Susak. I don't understand. I honestly don't understand why they didn't go out there and at that particular, it's late in the game. It's not like you're doing it in the 4th inning or nothing. And look, you were down at that time. You're down by 2 runs. You got to get something going, man. You got to get something going. And it would have been nice to see a pinch hit. And matter of fact, the 3 games, has there even been a pinch hitter at all? I don't think there has. I don't think he's gone to the bench once.
Eric, again, I was watching intently. That's the only reason I'm so enthralled by the final in that Kansas City game, with Dom Smith walking it off in a grand slam, okay? They started the inning and started getting runners on base, Eric. I gave credit to the Braves. Again, just the opposite of Giants' philosophy. The first guy got on. What did they do? He's out of there. Pinch runner. Next guy up was Olsen. Base hit, deep in the gap, held him to a single, runners at first and third. What do they do? Olsen turns, walks to the bench. We're bringing in a speedster, some speed, because we're down 2-0, Eric. A game that finished 6-2. The Braves made moves. Nothing to lose. Well, Giants late in the game won't pinch hit for Eric Bailey. Can't. I'm telling you, Eric. I'm telling you, getting free. This is the most frustrating thing. I'm wearing the Giants hat. I'm wearing the Giants hat, Eric. Trying to envision a little Christy Mathewson or something on the hill. Get me some wins. Get me some base hits. There's got to be somebody on this team. Look, what do you think of the guys who should be leading us early? We're 3 games in, Eric. We're 3 games in, and it's a lot of Adames, same thing. Chapman, same thing. I know you like our acquisition for the Boston Red Sox. He's not an elite hitter. He's going to slam some home runs. He's got a big swing, Eric. He's not a professional hitter. We have no professional hitters other than really Arise, and he's not a home run hitter. So he went
the other way today and hit a double. I mean, he did his part.
Yeah, he's going to do that. He's going to do that, but he's not a professional hitter. We're a team just made up like this.
Push back on that. He's a professional hitter. He does swing with a lot of goals. You talking about Devers?
Devers?
Yeah.
He's not a professional hitter.
Go look at his numbers.
What's he going to hit this year? What's he going to hit? 236? He's not.
No.
Or we'll wait to see at the end of the year then. I think he has a horrible year.
And if that's the case, then the Giants really miscalculated. Hey, Celtics Sport. This guy is a Yankees fan, but he gave us a sub because he loves our content. I appreciate that. He has a question. He goes, so why did they give Adames all that money to bat 6? I was confused about how come he isn't 1 through 4. Sorry if that's a dumb question. I'm just a Yankee fan. No worries, dude. It's all good. Well, the problem is, and look, last year he was batting a little bit further up in the lineup. I think he was batting anywhere between 1 and 4. And he started off slow, right? He started him and, we'll just stick with him. And I know Devers last year with Boston started off slow too. He starts off slow, man. He just does. and we have to freaking kind of deal with it until he starts getting hot. So normally he doesn't bat sixth, but Tony Vitello decided to bat him sixth today. So
how many home runs?
I've seen him bat this low in the lineup since being a Giant.
How many home runs did Devers have last year when we acquired him? Wasn't that something like 17?
Yeah, I think something like that.
And what did he finish with?
He hit 20 with the Giants.
Yeah, so 20 with the Giants.
Good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't think he's going to be as good as people think. And factor in our ballpark, Eric. I don't think it's going to work out.
Fine. He's going to be fine. Look, the power hitters have power. Judge hits home runs. Bellinger hits home runs. Freaking Stanton hits home runs. If they can hit home runs, so can Devers. He's right up there.
Yeah, but Devers is none of those players. I'd rather have Stanton. I'd rather have Judge.
No, okay, Judge, yeah, not Stanton.
Absolutely. You think
Devers
Stanton's a better ball player? Stanton's a better ball player.
Come on, he can never stay on the damn field.
Did you see? I don't know if they showed it on TV. Did you see right field? And did you see Judge? Devers hit the double, Eric. Did you see Judge is in the outfield? He's going, hoo-hoo. Can you freaking run, you big fatso? Like,
he blew him a kiss. Devers blew him a kiss. They're having fun out there. They're having fun.
Yeah, but he made a point. He's like, maybe you can like speed it up a little and it won't be so close, like speed it up there, Devers.
Is Judge a speedster? No,
he's a grip it and rip it. All right, he's not the worst. He's not the worst of our problems. Again, let's get back to we got Casey. At least, you remember what my worry was about going with platooning and jumping around. Well, we got to see Schmidt 3 straight games, Eric. At least Vitello's going to live and die by this lineup to at least start the season.
Yeah.
God help us. 0-3, Eric. 0-3.
JB donates $5. Our good friend from Australia says it's only one game. Don't stress. I agree. It's only one series. Don't worry. It's only one sweep. Don't panic. Nothing like it. There you go, man. Absolutely. Hey, you know what? Hey, it's time to let's take a look at where the hell is this? Where the hell am I here? Where the hell? There it is. Let's get into this, guys.
And now, today's Giants in Review on Giant Sports Talk Live.
High drive into center field.
Got him. All right, here we go. There is your final. New York Yankees 3, Giants 1. The Yankees are now 3-0. The Giants are 0-3. Yankees scored 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Giants 1 run on 9 hits. Look at that. They got 9 hits. How about that? They got 9. They scored, or they hit more than doubled what they hit over the last 2 previous games. Bird gets the win. Mahle gets the loss. Bednar gets another save. Let's take a look. Here's the lineup. Lee was leading off today, got a hit and a walk. He was the only one that scored a run. Chapman came through with a hit. Also had a walk. His hit was allowed to get the Giants' very first RBI of the year. Arias had 2 hits. Devers had 2 hits, which one of them included a double. By the way, Arias, man, we'll talk a little bit. His defense was fantastic again today. Went out there and did almost like a basket-style catch, running down a little bloopy out into center field. Ramos had a hit today. Adames had a hit, but he also had a strikeout with runners in scoring position. We had a pinch runner. Oliva with pinch ran, so there you go. Bader had a hit, but then he also hit into a double play, if I'm not mistaken. Bailey, I think, hit into 2. Schmidt also was 0-4. Got a couple of guys still looking for a batting average so far, but again, it's early, no big deal. Where were we at here? Team or hits with runners in scoring position, 2 for 7. It's not going to get it done. It's not going to get it. It's nice to have the 2. It's better than a damn 0, but come on, man. They had to do better than that. Mahle, 4 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He was okay. Right? We could all say it was okay. It wasn't like dominant. It wasn't great. It wasn't good. It was okay.
It's all right. Okay. We lost, Eric. At the end of the day, it's all right.
Okay. He did his part. That's what I'm trying to say. He did it as a pitcher. He did his part. Baroki came in, gave up a bomb to Judge. And then after that, the bullpen had, 5 more guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more guys come in. Didn't allow a hit except for, Miller allowed 1 hit, and that was it. The bullpen actually got it done. They didn't allow any more runs to come across the plate. But again, the story of the season so far is the offense, Glenn. I mean, this is weird, right? Because we were saying this whole offseason, I feel good about the lineup. I feel pretty good. I think we're going to score some more runs. Now, granted, it's only 3 games in, so I'm not going to sit there and jump off a cliff or nothing. But I expected a little bit more. It's a little bit weird on what's going on here, Glenn.
Well, you and I differ in so many ways, Eric.
It's okay.
You got the short hair. You got the long hair. I'm a little maniac. You're the voice of reason. I'm not fixed on our lineup. I said we took 2 steps back, getting rid of Dom Smith, Wilmer, and did we really plug holes? No, and maybe that is a good term. Maybe we plugged the holes. We didn't get better. We plugged holes, Eric. Bader. Bader is not winning us. Guys, Bader is not winning us. No championships this year. I'll tell you. He'll be gone next year probably. Eric, he's an average player. Jung-Hoo is showing to be what? An average player. By the way, his helmet flew off like 4 times again today. Get the man a helmet from Little League or something. But really, they didn't improve this roster very much, Eric. They really didn't. And the pitching, I think really, Tyler Rogers came up on the phone today. Tyler Rogers, beautiful 8th inning. What's he doing? Exactly what he did for Toronto that he did here.
Yeah, I tell you.
Set him up, 1, 2, 3, mowed him down. And did you know they made a wicked point? I was watching Rogers Sportsnet last night. They said that Tyler Rogers, one of the few pitchers in baseball, his managers give him full control of everything. He said, you want to call the strikes? Go ahead. If you want to move the outfielders or the infielders in, it's your show in the 8th inning. And that's pretty cool.
Interesting. Who's the closer for Toronto, by the way?
The closer is Jeff
Hoffman. Is it still Hoffman?
Hoffman, yeah.
It is. Gotcha. Greg chimes in. He's saying 72 and 90. Woo! Look at that. Here we go. Here we go, man.
Nice falling, Eric. It's coming. It's coming.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to start wearing a helmet, I think, on the show, because I tell you what, and it's gonna get weird, and it's gonna get weird quick. Gosh dang, man.
There's no making excuses. We just played our season opening series 3 games, not just 0-3. Eric, we scored a run. Is that something? We scored a run, man. Scored a run.
Don't knock it, man. We scored a run.
Now we're going on the road, Eric, but at least we got to run. That'll be the talk of the plane. We got to run, boys. We got to run. Come on. God, this is bad, Eric.
I'm keeping an eye on Twitter because I want to see what Tony Vitello has to say in the post-game presser. It'd be interesting to see what would happen here.
Well, how long can he keep the rah-rah going, Eric? There's nothing to panic about. These are professional. They're not professional hitters, in my opinion.
Our Yankees fan, another one. Hey, I saw Graham. What's up, Graham? I saw you out there, buddy. Another Yankee fan from across the pond. He says, as a Yankees fan, I see 78 and 84. It's funny how you say that because
it's a reality.
I was saying all offseason up until, when the season began, I said 81, 82. That's kind of where I'm sitting, man. That's kind of where I'm sitting.
Well, you know who was sitting in the 100s? Robbie Dizzle. He starts messaging me around the 6th inning. He wants to. How about we send our team, I think, down to Sacramento? He wants the young guy. Bring up the boys. Just bring up the boys. I want to see all the. He's Robbie of all people panics. He's like, bring up everybody. He wants everybody brought back. It's funny, Eric, but he's entitled to his opinion.
Yeah.
Would things be different if we hadn't made these moves? I'm really disappointed at the end of the day that Wilmer and Dom Smith aren't here, and this is what we've got. If it was,
I was advocating Dom Smith ever since
pro hitter. Now there's a pro hitter, Eric, in my opinion.
He's a professional hitter. He gives you a good at bat, man. Normally he doesn't flash the power. Usually he just makes contact. But it's amazing what can happen when you make contact.
And just when I watch guys, like today when I was watching first base for New York, Eric, they got the young first baseman Rice, who's going to be filtered in a lot more games this year. He kind of split last season. They said they're going to go to him a lot more this year, Eric. I enjoy watching him play. Young, fresh, excited. I don't know. I don't get excited by Casey Schmidt. I don't overly. Do you get excited watching Adames, the highest paid Giant of all time? I don't get excited. Even Ramos, Lee, Bader, no. It's just a boring. Lou agrees with me. You don't have to agree. At least you got, in my corner, Lou Marsden, who says this is a boring team.
Right now it is. I'll tell you right now.
Eric?
Right now it is.
Every time the public address announcer, which, again, we miss so much. Our public, now batting. I mean, I thought Senior's kid does a better job. It's just, everything's boring about Giants baseball, Eric. And when they go to the bullpen, there's never oh, look who's coming out of the pen, Eric. Why do I get more excited watching MLB, the network, the series of games I subscribe to here? I see other teams go to their pen and like, oh, this is going to be a good half inning. I don't get excited. Well, Eric, if I lost, it's time for me maybe to see a shrink. Have I lost am I no longer a Giants fan, Eric?
I know. Are you? I'm asking you. Are you? Are you a Giants?
I need to pay my $225, lay on the padded couch, and I may have to break this down before my trip to San Diego on Monday, where I'll be covering the Giants and the Padres, and that could get ugly. God, I told you I may go in disguise. So, guys, if you don't see me, it's just because I'm wandering around. I told you I'm going to dress as a friar, as a priest, or whatever, and I'm going to bless you, Giants, bless you, and I'm going to go as a Padre fan in disguise.
All right, Gonzo, what's up, dude? I haven't seen you, Gonzo. I haven't seen you in a minute. What's up, dude? I hope all is well. He says tomorrow's day off can't come any faster. We let go Dom Smith for Schmidt. Get them out of here, he says. He's kind of in line with what you're saying there. I like Dom Smith, man. I liked him coming off the bench. Is he an everyday player? Probably not. But my God, man, I liked him in. I liked him in the lineup. I liked it when they had Dom Smith either as a DH or at first base, and you could alternate between Devers and Dom Smith. And I thought that was because his glove is absolutely fantastic over there at first base. So look, his glove is definitely not going to hurt you in playing first base. But unfortunately, the Giants didn't want him to be part of the way going forward, and it is what it is. Now, here we go. Does one game mean that Dom Smith is going to be some dominant guy? No. You still got to go out there and take care of business, right?
Yeah. So. Hey, Graham, Eric, I'm cranky today. Got to tell you, 0-3 makes Glenny a little cranky boy. This makes no sense. I just said they're going to filter in Rice a lot more this year, right, Eric? He played half. He basically was a split guy. They're going to play him more this year than just the lefty-righty scenario. But even Glenn, Rice is the everyday first baseman this season. Goldschmidt's only going to be there when they hit when lefties start. So that's not so he's not every day, Graham. That's what I said, but he's going to play more. He's not everyday first baseman if Goldschmidt's going to hit against lefties. So that made no sense. Come on.
I think I know because
no sense.
75% of I think something like that, or maybe even more than that, of the
right.
start.
So if there's 162 games, I could say maybe 140, 150. But then you're not an everyday player. Aaron Judge is an everyday player.
Somewhere on. The hell's going on here? Damn. Houston, we got a problem. All right, we're good now.
Okay, Eric. Eric, what are we doing with the line? You got a problem with the lineup at all?
Well,
let's tackle that.
You talking about how he had it today?
He's going with pretty much the same lineup, and there's been a few tweaks. But listen, opening day, people were like, "What is this lineup?" I don't know.
I'm okay with the lineup. I think I'm surprised that Encarnacion wasn't in there at all. Again, they had Schmidt in there all 3 games. I don't know if that's going to change when they go down to San Diego. So we'll have to see what's up.
Thanks, Mark. Another one coming up tomorrow night, 8:00.
Right on, Mark. Yeah, tomorrow, 8:00. Another In the Cards, episode 2 with Dan Lynch. Be good stuff.
Talking about our old pal, Benny Koff.
Yep.
I love talking about Benny Koff.
Yep.
Yeah, you should watch that show, Eric, because you're a bit of a historian. What did you learn about Benny Koff? Running the chop shop and wondering why he couldn't make the Hall of Fame. Now the Pete Rose is
the guy who thought he was going to be better than Ty Cobb, right? The guy who thought he was going to be better than Ty Cobb.
Well, when it's July in New York, he was wearing fur robes and fur coats. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
I know. He goes, I want Susak, Encarnacion, and Oliva in the lineup on Monday. We'll see.
You know what
Did you see what they did with the rotation?
Yeah, but the only problem with that statement, Eric, the only problem with that is the Giants won't do that. You know why? Because that would ooze, going on the road trip, first game, that would ooze of
Panic.
desperation.
Desperation, and that's the thing. It's a fine line to thread for the simple fact that you don't want to give the impression that hey, we're
the sky is falling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because then you don't want to do that, man. Liam says if we're relying on Encarnacion to save us, we're in deep trouble. That, my friend, is a fact. And it's going to be weird. And look what's happening. Did you see how they got the rotation set up for San Diego? They got Roop going on Monday, and now they're going to have Webb go on Tuesday.
That's a bit of a stretch too.
And then Hauser on Wednesday. So instead of going Roop, Hauser, and Webb, they're bumping up Webb one extra day again because of all the extra day or the days off that they had in between.
Okay.
But before he goes again, there's been already 2 days off, right? He went Wednesday, off Thursday, played Friday, Saturday, off Sunday. Now they're going to start playing Monday. So interesting how they're setting the rotation where they're having a Webb go 1 day early.
Can you see the post, Eric?
I see it. I see it. Hey, we'll try to catch it because when the comments come flying in, it's hard to catch everybody. Propa donates $5. What's up, buddy? Lineup construction talk is hilarious. Reality is the roster just isn't very good.
I agree.
You can shuffle it all you want. We have guys that don't come through. We got an issue with high leverage situations with the bat. There's no doubt about it. And you know what? I'll tell you something. Propa. The guy that the last guy that I thought would get an RBI today was the guy that got the RBI. And that was, to be honest with you, that was pretty good. I did not expect Matt Chapman to come through in the clutch to get that RBI to score Jung-Hoo Lee from second. And he was able to get a nice hard hit single, and he was able to score that run. So that's one positive if you want to talk positives. But to your point, Propa, man, there's something going on, man. I don't know what it is. And this is what concerns me, Glenn, is we saw this all last year. And now we're starting to already see at the beginning of this season. And again, you could have all these coaches, you could have a new manager, but if the guys don't come through at the plate, well, then you're going to get the same result. Again, I've said this a million times. I remember this, Glenn. The coach or manager cannot go step into the box with you. He cannot get up on the mound with you. He cannot field your position for you. You got to go out there and you got to be able to execute and on every facet of the game. And unfortunately, if the players don't come through, well, then, hey, you wind up with just one run over 3 days.
And I mentioned to you earlier how that Atlanta Braves ninth inning, 6-run comeback. They walked it off on that Dom Smith grand salami.
Wow.
Matt Olson, nice line shot into the gap. Now that's a hitter, Eric. When your game's on the line and a team brings up a Matt Olson, you go, okay, you're going to get the quality at bat and let the chips fall where they may. Roll the dice with this guy. Do we legitimately, Eric, if the game, even now, we haven't even been in on a game. We lost today. It was closer, but come on, one run. We're not getting the hits. We're not getting the runs. Nothing has worked so far in the first three, small sample size. But if the game is on the line in San Diego on Monday night, Eric, bottom of the ninth, game's on the line. Do you have any, there's nobody coming off the bench inspiring me to go, I got to sit down on the edge of my seat for this.
Hey,
there's no one clutch anymore.
I talked about this with when the Giants were starting to finish up the roster. I was like, who is going to be that guy that comes off the bench that is going to go out there and get you that key hit when you need it the most? And unfortunately, it's hard to really, I said it. Koss has shown situations where he has come through in the clutch. But, this is what you got, right? You got Koss, you got Encarnacion, you got Oliva, you got Susak. And then who am I also missing? I'm missing somebody out there, I think.
Well, to that extent, we both were talking the same story here, Eric. Different chapters, same story. Last year, very similar. This year, similar start. But let me ask you, Eric, if you are a Giant fan, What was wrong with keeping a Dom Smith cheap? If you knew what you got out of him, and
no, dude, I know, man.
What is the search for greener pastures when it's not? And you know what?
It's
I'm a
right
broken
there.
record.
They had him.
Yep. And I'm a broken record when I say they go out and they try to, polish the turd. Eric, if they said we're not bringing Dom Smith, well, we just signed Matt Olson for his bat, and I'd say, well, that's a good move, Eric. But come on, when you're not replacing, like what is it? Marcus always says, well, you're replacing him in the aggregate here, so that's all we're getting. Trade one off for another. We're not getting better, but so be it. This team just refuses to look toward the future and get better, Eric. Right now, the future. You could say this is a problem I got too, Eric. I don't want to harp onto this and go on and on. I'll let you have your say. But we're talking about the future being these young guys at AAA, correct? Couple of years, 3 years. We got you really like, who is it, Jesus?
Rodriguez.
Or whatever his name. What's his name? The young
Jesus
guy.
Rodriguez. I don't know who.
Rodriguez. They got some young talent, of course. We know what Eldridge could bring.
Yep.
But listen, Eric. Okay, give me next year, the year after, if there's a season, and then you get to see more of these guys filter in. We literally have no pitching next year if Robbie Ray disappears. We're like, we get better now. We'll get better at the plate, and we got no pitching.
Yep.
So I'm worried about the overall philosophy of how to build a team in San Francisco, Eric.
It's not going to be hard. Well, here you go. Propa donates $5. Says ownership is the biggest problem. But if we criticize Farhan and his roster's under the owner, why shouldn't we criticize his replacement? Yes. You're not wrong to a certain point. But here's the thing, Propa. Then as you said, that the problem is ownership. Then maybe it necessarily wasn't Farhan. Maybe Farhan was working within the constraints that the ownership was putting him under. I don't know. Well, none of us know, honestly, unless someone goes out there and writes a tell-all book. We don't know what the situation was between ownership and Farhan. Now, Farhan caught the blame, and I get it. Well, and look, he also kind of he opened himself up to some of this with some of his comments, and the moves that he made was just incredible. I mean, it was just moves all over the place.
But his protege is still there.
Yeah, he is. No doubt about it. Mark.
I was just going to say, okay, there you go. Mark.
Did Dom Smith want to come back? Look, he signed a minor league contract with the Braves, man.
Right.
And the only reason why he got on was probably because of Profar, right? I'm guessing. The only reason he got on is if Profar had not got busted for PEDs, he may not be on the roster. So I don't know. Honestly, it seems to me that he had a place in San Francisco if he accepted a minor league contract to the Braves.
And to my point about Dom Smith's bat playing off the bench, Eric, I don't agree with this comment, but on the Dom Smith thing, the front office probably thought Eldridge was going to step it up. Eldridge is a different kind of hitter, though. Dom Smith filled a role on the ball club, right. No matter who else you're talking. You can talk about Eldridge. Eldridge isn't going to ever fill the role that a Dom Smith fills on this team, Eric.
Yeah, different skill set.
Different ball player.
Yeah, it is. It is a different ball player. And look, Dom Smith defensively is better than Eldridge right now. Right? As far as the bat, as you said, you're comparing apples to oranges.
A professional hitter, Eldridge isn't going to be. You know what Eldridge is going to do, Eric? He's going to be a grip it and rip it guy, and let's hope for the best. That's the kind of player he will be.
Yeah, he is. And we'll see what happens. Right? Let's see what's going on in Sacramento here. What do we got so far?
Attaboy, Mr.
Is 1 for 2 with a run scored. So,
by the way, correct, Eric. I
was
correct. Kai Tang, first appearance of the year, got the win today for Houston.
Did he? What was his line?
You want to hear his line? I told you he came in relief in that game. They were losing 6-0. They brought him in, maybe a mop-up role, correct? No, not quite. The final score was...
No, we could bring it.
You want to bring it up? I can read it here. The Houston Astros. Where is it on my list here? Houston today. Houston. Do I even have Houston? I can't find it now.
As you're doing that, Tom, he chimes in, says it would be nice to see a couple of bench guys get in sooner than later. They're going to get out of sync. That's a good point, Tom. We didn't see one, right? There wasn't one pinch hit. Unless I missed it somewhere. I don't think there has been one
No,
pinch hit situation.
I don't believe. And I was there. Kai Teng, by the way, 2 2/3 of an inning.
Uh-huh.
Almost two innings in the book. Gave up a hit, a walk, struck out 2. Got
nice.
the win. Got the win.
They came in behind them and they were able to hit behind them. So there you go. And that's all it takes, right?
And I told you, a guy goes somewhere else, it's a fresh start, Eric. Look at Dom Smith. First at bat, they were praising. They carried him off the field. Bernice was really, she's like, what is that? She's looking at my phone. She goes, that's a cool thing. The guy who wins the game, and he's got to wear the bubblegum crown. He's got the bubble yum hat on, the bucket. They were carrying him off the field, and they did the Gatorade shower, and they interviewed him, Eric. And dude.
Yeah.
And of course, wait, we've got Casey Schmidt. Maybe he'll do that. Maybe Bailey will win us one. Hey, go win one for the Gipper.
Mario says, I'm drunk. Well, hey, with that being said,
get him out of here.
Let's take a listen to our sponsor. And there we go, our proud sponsor for 2026 season for Giant Sports Talk Live, Tommy's Mexican Pizza. So there you go, Mario. If you're ever in the city, check it out, man. 5929 Geary Boulevard in San Francisco. You will not be disappointed. You could go taste the world famous Tommy Margarita. Mark is over in New York, where he can also get one. They serve them nice up there in New York. On all 7 continents. That's what Julio said. If you guys check out we got a short, and we also, if you're going to take out the live stream, we did a live stream from Tommy's Mexican. Had a lot of fun. Had a few people show up. Good times, man. Right? Tomorrow night in the cards, the second show. Mark was just saying I'm going to have Dan Lynch on the show tomorrow. He'll be my guest. We had one on Thursday night. We got another one tomorrow. Dan Lynch got a hell of a collection, and he's going to bring out that Polo Grounds photo and have the story of World War I. It's just magical story. Did you watch any of it yet? Did you see the clip? I saw that clip. Yeah, that was nice. That was good. Great. Guys, good stories, good fun. Integrating the baseball cards with the history of baseball and some Giants talk, too. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun this season. Yep. Maybe it'll be a whole lot more fun than doing the goddamn post-game show, Eric. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Hey, Lou's over at Tommy's, I think. He bowed out. He got into Tommy's. He said, I'm going for some margaritas tonight. It was a ball game tonight. And I'll tell you what. Dean was there. Dean Robbie DeVille. A lot of our friends were there. Robbie DeVille, right? Oh, what's his name? Saw me yesterday. Wanted me to say hello, but in all the chaos of a one-hit game yesterday, I forgot. Our buddy who sells evens tickets at the ball yard. Oh my gosh, you know who I'm talking about. You know, Eric. I know. Which one? Oh, Justin Kerwin. Justin. Yeah. I talked to Justin yesterday. He was wearing a nice pink. They have him in pink this year. It was a nice look, and he said, love the show. Want to say hi to Eric. I said, I will. I'll say hi, Eric, another day. So I'm doing it today. I forgot yesterday. Oh, that's a good point. Hey, Mark. Yeah, I'll take that back. It's not on every continent. That's pretty good. There is no Tommy Margarita in Antarctica. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. All right. Hey, let's see what else is going on around the league.
Now, a Giant Sports Talk Live scoreboard update. All right, here we go. Where the hell is it? Is it not there? Where the hell? You take the first one. I got to find it. Hey, I see our okay, I'll do the games in progress to start. San Diego, Eric, have a 3-0 lead on the Detroit Tigers. That one is after 7. They're into the home stretch. Couple of innings left. Arizona
Can they actually win a game at Chavez Ravine, Eric? It's 2-0 D-backs. The Snakes up on top 2-0. That one in the bottom of the 6th. Dodgers do have a runner on base. Seattle an early lead over Cleveland. It is in the bottom of the 4th. 2 runs on the board. And the Mariners, with only 1 out, have runners, ducks in the pond first and second. Let's get to the finals, Eric.
Yeah, there. Look at that in St. Louis. It goes 10. Cardinals come out on top 6-5 against the Rays. Again, their rookie, what is his name? Weather something. He comes through with a huge hit to win the game for the Cardinals.
Cade Horton, he moves to 1-0. He powered the Cubs with a great pitching performance to that 10-2 victory over the Nationals today. Nats only 4 hits in the game, Eric. And Ian Happ, he carried the big bat in the win.
All right. And then in Toronto, look at that. Final after 11. Blue Jays walk it off 8-7 over the Athletics.
You're the commissioner of a fantasy league. I just want to mention, holy cow, a grand slam today for Langoliers. He had 2 yesterday, 2 home runs. And you'll see, because you're the commissioner, all of a sudden I said to Bernice, I said, watch when I open the fantasy trade tracker. 5 offers, including seniors seniors offered me the chump change. I've been getting some people have a lot of faith in this Langoliers. He may be, Eric. He may be what we got last year from Seattle's catcher.
By the way, Cal Raleigh has not been having a very good start to the season.
Bad start to the season. Langoliers off to a tremendous start. Twins, they posted the 4-1 victory, so they even up at 1-1 on the season. It's a road trip for them, too, to start the year. 4-1 over the Orioles today at Camden.
And in Philly, Phillies could not walk it off. Rangers win in 10, 5-4. Look at that, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Rangers, but they were able to pull it out. And look at that. It looks like their closer got the loss. Johan Duran, the flamethrower that they were able to pick up from Minnesota last year.
Dane Myers, game winner in the 11th, a little single as the Reds beat the Red Sox in that game by a score of 6.
A lot of extra inning games today, man. And then in Miami beat the Rockies. No surprise there, 4-3. Again, they put up a double-digit hit day for the Marlins. So there you go.
Dude, I watched the end of the Pirates-Mets game. They went look, if you this is the funny thing about baseball, Eric. Got to read the box scores, because if you look 4-2, how'd that one? 12 hits, 6 hits. It was scoreless going to the 10th, Eric, and they were flipping and flopping before Luis Robert slammed a home run, gave the Mets the walk-off victory. 4-2. Luis Robert, that's his walk-off. He's going to have a great year.
Yeah, there you go. And by the way, today was the first day that every single team was playing. So there you go. That was a huge day for baseball. Final in Houston, you talked about it. Astros were able to win 11-9 over the Angels with Kai
Who got the win? Who got the win? Who pitched the Astros to the victory?
There you go. Cy Wei Tang was able to get it.
Tang. Yep, let him go. Yeah, he'll do better now that he's out of here. Braves over the White Sox 6-1. Murakami went deep again. Boy, why can't we? Why do we not have the balls to sign guys? They signed him for like $40 or $50 million there. Come on.
Yeah, and then the final in Atlanta, we already talked about it. Dom Smith walked it off with a grand slam against the Royals. All right, let's bring in Lou. What's up, Lou?
Yankees Giants, by the way. We've already talked about that. Do we really want to talk about that anymore? Let's get Lou's point of view.
Lou, you're at the game, man. Let's hear it.
Well, first of all, guys, I really apologize. I know some of the people in the chat said, Lou's probably watching the U of A game. I can multitask. I have a priority. But what happened is because of the No Kings thing, I decided I'm going to take an Uber to the game. So I took an Uber, and I left right at the start of the 9th inning, because I know I have to be back here. And I knew the Giants weren't going to do anything, even though they teased me a little bit. And then I realized, shit, I don't have my keys. My keys dropped in my initial Uber. So I was driving back. I actually had to report. The guy says I have them. And then the guy held me hostage because I couldn't get in. But now here I am.
Oh my gosh. Sounds like some dramatics there. So how was the game at the park there? Is your first game of the year, Lou?
Yeah, first game of the year. We have some new additions to when you sit in our seats. We have a special entrance that after me complaining for 5 years, they now hold 500 bobbleheads for people with good seats through the entrance, which I've been begging because it doesn't make sense. So I have one that we will give away tonight. You guys decide who's had the best comment, and we will send it to them. Unless Glenn
I had some good comments early in the show, Lou. I had some dandy comments early in the show, Lou.
I have no problem. You helped me out twice last year. It's yours when I see you next.
No, we gotta we'll give it to somebody. I'm only kidding.
All right.
I'll tell you what, starting from now, we're gonna have to monitor the chat, and whoever has, well, me, Glenn, and Lou will make that determination. We'll talk in private chat here.
And we'll be able to do it now where if we know they're having a giveaway and I'm going or somebody I know, there's a way where we can always get it. I mean, I don't have the tickets for the Valkyries because we can always get that on the side through my connection. But the Giants, after 5 years of complaining, hearing from me, where I've always said they should give you a coupon and you get it on the way out. You know, why give it before? And the girl goes, that's the greatest idea. In fact, the girl that I met was the girl I made the wager with last year with Beck. And I said, hey, I don't know if you remember me. And she goes, yeah, I remember you. I go, you guys still owe me at Tommy's $150. She goes, that's my boyfriend's bet, not me. I don't bet. I said, okay, can you just remind him? Obviously, you're still with him.
Calm down.
So basically, I thought it was a very good vibe. I thought it was almost 60-40 Yankee fans to Giants fans.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, there was a young lady and her daughter sitting in the row next to me, and she goes, is it always like this when the Giants play these good teams? I go, come to a Dodger game, it's worse. But the game itself, again, had two different scenarios, and I was fuming. And, of course, they all looked back at me when the Giants had runners at first and third, nobody out, and all Adames has to do is just put a ball on play, put a bat on the ball. You're going to score with a ground out. You're going to score with a double play. And that game at 3-1, one run is a big run. Of course, what does he do? He strikes out. Then I get up and the girl I was with goes, what are you doing? I said, oh, this has got double play written all over it. Giants are just like last year. They're not going to score. Second pitch, grounder to second, to short to first. And I go, these fucking jackasses are just the same as last year. And they all looked and they all saluted me. I go, this is an embarrassment. And Ken Rosenthal was there because I met him earlier in the day because it's a Fox game. I go, hey, congratulations on 30 straight years working for Fox. You're more than just a bow tie. I love watching you. You're awesome. And he goes, I got worse news. Your Arizona Wildcats are down.
Oh, no.
But now they're up, so there's 3:28 left. Arizona's up 11, so I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, thanks.
Oh, they're winning? Oh,
yeah, they're winning.
Thinking correctly, you're losing, you're winning. Oh, come on.
He's got you going everywhere, man.
The funny part is the security guard that's known me from Candlestick goes, hey, just, it's only the third game. Relax. And then, of course, in the ninth,
only the third game.
When I saw that they didn't do another double play, it was like, it was just one of those things. But you know what? It was fun to get out to the park.
How was the weather? Pretty nice.
Well, that was the good news I told you about. Let me tell you the screw up news. So they don't report this.
I thought that was the score here, Lou.
The opening day, which of course was yesterday, opening day, and today, the MLB app didn't work. So you had to wait in a line. I had to wait in a line of 150 people, and you have to go up and say, hey, my name is this. These are my seats. MLB is not working. They said, we're aware of it. We'll get the tickets and we'll text you out. So I figured Glenn would know that. And then I said, Giants, I go, coming to see a Giants baseball game. Nothing like it. I wonder why you guys keep that horrible motto. And so they had to email me the tickets back. I got in. And then, of course, with the new entrants, they don't know what they're doing because there were so many people that didn't have their tickets. They didn't know how to give you the free beer. So I sat there and said, I'm supposed to get a free beer. And then I was with a young lady and she goes, well, I'd like to get a vodka tonic. And she goes, because of your problems, would you like a double? And
don't die on this, Lou. Lou, don't die on this, man. Oh, remember this? Come on, Lou. Stay with us, baby.
So one thing led to another. It was just mass confusion. And I look behind me, and there's Larry Bear.
You snotty little bastard.
And I go, I don't know who that imposter is, but do you think he can fix this stuff? 2 days in a row, the second and third game, the MLB doesn't app, and none of the girls know how to do with the free beers. And Larry Bear was just there like, that, of course, he just avoids it. But overall,
Lou, it's always rosy, isn't it? It's always rosy when he's Larry Bear's. A great day for ball.
You want answers? You can't handle the truth.
And then here's the other thing that pissed me off is Judge hit the homer yesterday. They bring in the guy. You knew he was going to hit one out. Just pitch around him with first base open.
Don't let him beat you.
Pitch around him. And of course,
there's no doubter.
And to tell you the truth, I know it's 3-1, and I don't know if you guys talked about it, but you got to remember they had a runner thrown at the plate. So really, it would have been 4-1. I mean, an incredible throw.
That sixth inning, though, was brutal. You already talked about it, Lou, but that sixth inning was brutal.
And
you saw that triple that happened right in front of you, right? That whole the Bellinger triple.
Yeah. So, it was frustrating because I go, if he doesn't at least make contact and he strikes. I mean, I literally got up and the guy goes, "What are you doing?" The Giants, I go, "No, it's got double play written all over it." And then the way it was literally just at one shot. I think it was Bader, if I remember, hit it to second, to short, to first. It was over. I go, see, now I can go to the bathroom before anybody else and puke. So,
hey, here we go. I'm going to get into this real quick.
By the way, games like this and a night like this is why you have the Tommy Margarita. I'm glad I got
There you go. Armand. Per Sarah Langs, Dominic Smith is the first player in MLB history with a walk-off grand slam in his debut with the team. Take a listen.
They are pitch. Smith.
Oh.
Hits it deep to right field. Back at it and one close. Walk-off grand slam.
Unbelievable. I like that. John Shea. Meanwhile, love it.
Him and
Lou, you joined us a little late. I pulled out all the stops today. I told Eric that the Houston Astros were down 6-0. They decided to bring in one guy by the name of Kai Tang, who shut the Dodgers, put out that little fire. Down 6-0. Guess who got the win? Kai Tang. They came back and won it. And then who got the inning going for Atlanta tonight? One Mr. Mike Yastrzemski. Who got the game-winning slam? There it was, Dom Smith. Why, Lou, have I not whispered in your ear?
Yep.
If you go somewhere else, you become a winner.
Yep. So,
and your favorite player, Connor Joe. I mean, hey, same thing.
Yep.
But I'll tell you, Yaz, when he went to Kansas City, he had some 6-6 in Kansas City. What's up, Justin? Hey,
yes,
there's Justin.
He did.
Justin. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Haven't
there
seen you in
is.
a while.
So,
C. Davis says, as of now, Giants may get swept several times if they don't fix the offense. Well, let's see what happens.
You know, when you go to the ballpark, too, the last couple of days, Lou, it's been 3 games, and the only place you can hear this is Giant Sports Talk Live. Okay, so I haven't heard that at the ballpark once this year, Lou.
No, not yet.
I think when Lee got the leadoff double, I think it was like 2 pitches later, Chapman got the hit, and then people were giving standing ovations because we actually scored a run.
I heard everyone clapping and cheering.
Like, all right, we finally scored. But unfortunately, it was only the one, I think, on 8 hits. So, what are you going to do? Hey, guys, in the chat, I know sometimes you guys think we don't know what we're talking about, but we told you the first 30 games, there was an opportunity where we were really going to get, in trouble with our pitching staff. We now go to San Diego, where we got our number 4 and 5 starter. Again, it's just one of those things where. And you know what's funny, Lou? It's not even the pitching that's the issue. It's the hitting, man. It's been the hitting since day one. And I mean, in fact, today there was one situation where I was screaming at Tony V. So Luis Arias got I believe it was a double, and he got the third with 1 out, and the pitcher balked.
Yes, he did, Lou.
He went down. I go, he's fucking balking. Go, and the guy
caught it.
I go, he balked. Not only did he do it once, he balked twice. And I told Ken Rosenthal, I go, this is an inexperienced manager. Why did he not say they balked? So I said, hey, Ken, I don't know if those are the rules, but are you allowed to question that? And he goes, I think you do. And I go, there's one situation. I know it's early in the season, but that's where somebody's got to help them, because if they score there, it's a different game. I mean, Arias was literally, I thought he was going to think about stealing home. And they kept saying, do it. And Tony V didn't do anything. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys want to hear a little bit from Tony V? Go ahead, Glenn.
Lou, to that point, just a quick short snapper. If you were watching from my perch up above, did you see, they say how slow and he's got no range and all that. Did you see that sneaky little steal a third?
Oh, no, it wasn't steal a third. Yeah, because
he wandered, and then he took off, man, and they didn't know what's going on. The third baseman stood back. He didn't even move. The pitcher is like, oh, Jesus. They just let him have it at that point. He kind of he did the walk off like, oh, I'm just going to walk over. And then he got quicker and then he took off. And I like, he's going. I let everybody know he's going.
Yeah. I mean, didn't he look like he tried to steal home? There was a balk. Then it looked like
when the balk happened initially, when he was going screaming, did you see him? He sort of like shuffled right down the line and then back and then back. I'm telling you, I thought there was such confusion he was going to go, Lou.
Yeah. So, but
it's always full of stuff. Eric, you go to the ballpark like we've always
said. Something new
every
day.
What you're going to see. You never know what you're going to. You know you're not going to see many wins, but you never know what you're going to see.
Let's hear what Tony Vitello had to say. Again, let me pause this real quick.
I'm having chest pain.
And
we can bring out all the last year's stuff I was going to get rid of.
Someone asked the mindset on not utilizing his bench in this series until using a pinch runner for Willie Adames in the ninth. He said just circumstance. Someone asked, did you consider the pinch hitting for Jung-Hoo Lee in the eighth with a tough lefty versus lefty matchup? No, not at all. I mean, he's our guy. Hold on. Let's hear a little bit of what he had to say.
Into your bench until using all of it, a pinch run for Adames in the bottom of the ninth. Was that a matter of circumstance, or do you envision being a little more aggressive with utilizing the bench going forward?
Just circumstance. I mean, I'd like to be aggressive with J.O. being involved in the game and try and get creative and get draw opportunities offensively, but that was just circumstance. I mean, if for some reason we move the ball forward, the at-bat before, then, hold out. I mean, we would have done it for Bader if he would have got on base. But he's our fastest guy, and you don't want any regrets over the course of the game. I don't care how it goes. You usually at least have one or two in there, and they're tough to live with. So I'd hate to have a play at the plate as fast of a runner as Willie is. I know he doesn't want to come out of the game. You'd hate to have a regret that you got the fastest guy I've been around sitting in the dugout.
And then with Jung-Hoo in the eighth, that's a very tough left-on-left matchup. Was there any consideration going to the bench in that situation?
No, not at all. I mean, he's our guy, and I think those guys had gotten a previous look from Hill. I mean, obviously he's really tough, but Arise was able to get to him, and some guys in spring training with a good approach were able to have success against him. So, but he's a weapon for them out of the pen with that weapon. But if things go well there, one more guy gets on base. If you got Jung-Hoo at the very least on deck.
I don't know.
I like this subtle little challenge of the media. I've been around. That was subtle. I've been around.
And I don't like that. I mean, that's the time. I get it. He's your guy, but is he a guy is he your guy that much to where you can't go out and pinch hit for
you can't be subtle. You can't be subtle as a manager.
You could and look, I mean, depending on who you want to actually swing the bat, when it comes to your next, when you got to go take the field, you could put Oliva out there because he's a great defender. So you could have a different bat, but then have a different defender on the next half inning. So I don't know, man. To me, I thought that was an opportunity that you needed to go out there. It's the eighth inning. Jung-Hoo Lee is probably not going to come up again. You're down by 2. You kind of have to go for it, right? And look, and I don't think that's a desperation. That's any team would do that if they're down in the 8th inning, even though it's the 3rd game.
And as a manager, you're going to find out what the team is made of mentally, Eric. Like I mentioned that Atlanta game. What did I tell you earlier when the inning got underway on that Yastrzemski hit? Boom. He literally made the call himself. He was off to the bench. They brought a speedster in, right? You tell me he doesn't want, probably, I don't want to come out of the game. situational baseball, Eric. You know what to do. You got to be willing and able as a manager to make the moves. If you bring a guy with pop, big bat when you need a base hit, so be it. Or vice versa. Or put speed in. You got to make these moves. And we're down 3-0 to start the season, Eric, and scored 1 run in 3 games. And Dom Smith drove in 4 in 1 swing. So, I mean, there were moves to be made that he didn't, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think, Lou, would you have liked to see that? I mean, it's the 8th inning, man. We're not. Yeah. It wasn't the 6th. It wasn't the 5th.
And it wasn't a desperate move. It was probably the right move.
It's the right move, right?
Because you have a lefty against a lefty.
A tough lefty.
A tough lefty. Why not why do you have a bench? Why do you have Juan Encarnacion sitting there? He's the guy with 1 swing that can tie it up. So I think, one of the things we have to do is just realize Tony V is still learning.
He is.
I don't care what it is he's learning, but one of the things, not only is he learning to be a manager, he's learning the competition of the game and other players. Because we all know he knows guys that maybe either went to Vanderbilt or Tennessee, but he might not know other guys from other conferences or in the major leagues. Because I don't know who that beat writer was. I've never heard that voice before. Someone like Susan would never ask it. I like that. But you know what? That tells me too, well, he's my guy. Okay, that doesn't matter. The situation, that's why you have Juan Encarnacion sitting on the bench. Okay? You got to bring somebody else up, somebody that can tie the game. And that's the difference between Bochy, who probably would have gone for the move, and somebody learning because
let's talk about it. Bob Melvin probably would have pinch hit for Jung-Hoo Lee at that point.
Yeah, but I understood what he was saying, though. He was saying if he had moved it along, if Jung-Hee had got it, then maybe he would have pinch hit for someone else.
But that's woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? That's a lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda. Because look, and this is what I talked about, when it's in the major leagues, you got to make these decisions. These are tough decisions that you got to make. And look, it may succeed, it may not. But that's why it's tough to be a manager in the major leagues, man. I tell you. And it would have been nice.
And look, has he not used? He hasn't used his bench at all. I don't think.
No, he hasn't. I don't think he's used it at all. The only thing he's used is a pinch runner. That's it. They were talking about that. He pitch ran for Willie Adames,
right?
But here's the thing. It's like it's a lot. It's different, right? Things come up to you quick. The speed of the game is different with the major leagues. I mean, the talent is so much better. And you got to go out there, and sometimes you got to make those hard decisions. And look, if he made the decision, does it mean the Giants are going to win the game? No. But you also put that person in a better position to try. That's the deal. You just don't know. Look, the guy who came up and pitched hit, or could have pitched hit for Jung-Hoo Lee, may have struck out. But you know what? You still got to take that risk.
Most managers would do that 95% of the time.
I would think so.
Yeah.
The time is going to come when we find out the truth, if it's in the pudding, Eric. It's going to be late in a ball game or even in the 7th or 8th inning, in my opinion. And you're going to see Patrick Bailey stride up to the plate. You're going to question, why is he not pitch hitting? Do you really need him in there in the 8th inning or 9th inning of a game when he can't hit? Lou, you saw it today. You saw every time he came up to soft fly balls, strikeouts. I didn't see any. To be honest, it's not just him. Lou, did you notice when you were watching the game today, you felt like you were at the ballpark and we just rewound the clock to 2025? Oh, too many similarities. It was the same ball club.
Dude, there is a lot of similarities there.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, I got up before the double play happened, and people are like laughing because it actually happened. And then, even Ken Rosenthal, I go, yeah, it's the same fucking team as last year. And it's not that it's physically the same team, it's mentally the same team. You were talking about Casey Schmidt. I saw him strike out twice, and the pitches weren't even third strike. And he does one of this. Instead of getting upset, walking away and thinking about it, you know how he'll raise the bat up and catch it in one hand. So he sort of upset himself.
Like, I blew that one. Yeah, no, did you see the pitch? Lou, the pitch
about Casey
it was the length of the bat outside the batter box. Yeah. Lou, he missed that by 3 feet.
Has Casey gotten a hit yet in the 3 games? Because I know his slugging's like 089, because I think maybe he walked. It was just.
I'll find out.
I mean, here, let me take a look. I mean, because
I know what his line is
on the scoreboard, it tells you.
Add a player.
No, he's still batting goose egg.
Yeah, Graham, he made a good point here. He goes, isn't that why Posey put more experienced people around Vitello? That's a good point. You got Jace Tingler, who used to be a major league manager. You got Ron Washington, who used to be a major league manager. There's a couple of special assistants to Buster Posey. Two of them have each won a World Series and were former managers of the San Francisco Giants and Baker and Bochy.
At the end of the day, they're not managing the team.
That's the thing, right? And look, you could tell him everything you want, but if it's ultimately his decision on whether or not he wants to pinch hit, and they decided not to. Now, again, does this mean it would have changed the outcome of the game? Maybe, but it's woulda, coulda, shoulda on whether or not he decided
didn't get the best opportunity for the chance to win.
Yeah, I think you had a better opportunity.
And I think when you listen to that press conference, all they've done is use a pinch runner. They haven't used a pinch hitter in 3 games.
No, they haven't.
So I'm sorry, but why do you have a bench then? Why don't you just do 20
That's
pitchers?
the purpose of the bench for those situations, right, Lou? I mean, right? That's the reason why you have a bench. When you come in late game situations and you need to go, you got to have a matchup. You got to go out there and you got to make that move, man. And it's not a desperation move because it's late game. It's desperation if you do it like in a 5th or 6th inning, right?
Yeah, the lefty, especially with a team that's lost the first 2 and hadn't scored, that's almost like a no-brainer, don't you think? This guy's badass.
I mean, you got 1 run on the board. You got the Yankees with 3. You got to do something.
Yeah. So.
And did you see, Lou, I don't know if we were talking about this earlier. Did you see how the Giants adjusted the rotation? Webb is now going to go a day early instead of him going Wednesday.
Off day.
Yep, because of the 2 off days, he's going to go. So it's going to be in San Diego. It's going to be Roop, Webb, and then Hauser is what it's going to be.
I think it's an important start for Webb because I know the other day, opening day didn't go well. But Eric, you brought a point to me that he got shellacked in the last spring training game too. So you can't have your ace, supposedly our ace, go 3 straight attempts. This is where an ace shows up. Okay. If we want to think he's even that category, he's got to pitch like a 4-game shutout and the Giants got to win. It's that simple. If not, this, you got to remember, when you look at the schedule, it's not easy. They go to San Diego, then they come home.
San Diego hasn't been playing very good baseball. They won today, but they haven't been playing very good baseball either.
They're a lot different at home. I don't know if they're playing. But by the way, did you see who they went against? Their 2 pitchers against Detroit. How do you think the Giants would have done against their
good point?
choices?
Good point.
So,
good point.
I think it's one of those things, but I just think, I'm glad they're off because they really got to put it together. Put these 3 games behind you. Maybe the best thing is they go on the road, which sometimes happens. You're with the team. I will say one thing. They should probably have one of those meetings saying, hey, guys, this is important, okay? San Diego cannot sweep us. We need to get the first game. And, today the baby step was we scored. I mean, it was sort of embarrassing. Everyone gave it to Stano because we actually scored, right? Because, we were setting records, everything. But they got to go in on Monday, and Monday's a day game. So, it's going to be, if I remember, I think it's like 105 start. They got to get out. And again, they still have not gotten a lead. Get a lead. And you know what the other thing, too, is? Have fun. It's baseball.
Yeah. It's baseball. Yep. Exactly.
Lou, I'll be at the game on Monday.
I was just going to ask you, going to be there for all 3, Glenn?
Yeah, I'll be talking to all 3. And Monday night, it's a Monday night game, 6:40 start.
Oh, you're muted, Glenn. Or not, I'm Lou.
Sorry, I thought I saw 105. That's why I thought it might have been their opener. My fault.
Wednesday afternoon at 1:45, I believe. Beautiful. So you got night game, afternoon game on the Wednesday. It's usually, and it's been 90 degrees there. So
that means the ball is going to carry. That's the other thing. When it gets
let's not forget. I want to remind people again. We talked about it earlier. Tomorrow there will be no Giants Sports Talk live post game, of course, because there's no game. But there will be the 2nd episode of It's in the Cards, and Glenn talks to Dan Lynch. He has a fantastic collection, guys. So check it out. It'll air tomorrow at 8:00. So you will still be able to get some baseball content. Again, you get to hear another collector, and he has some great stories about Benny Koff, again, an early 20th century player. It's fantastic. Not only does Dan collect him, but he also has some history on the guy as well. So it's gonna, you guys ain't gonna be disappointed in watching that episode. Again, episode 2 of It's in the Cards.
And you know what I mentioned earlier, Eric, and I got to save a little bit of it for tomorrow, but as much as that was the theme, I like to spend the first part of the show, maybe the first 20 minutes, third of the show, maybe talking about introducing you to their collection, what they do, what their needs are in the collecting world, how they got involved, where they collected as a kid. And then we get into the feature of but when he pulled out the picture, that is a story, that is a show in itself, guys. Tomorrow, when he talks about a picture of the polo grounds he has, it's a postcard, and it was mailed from New York overseas 1 month after World War I began, because the biggest tobacco company, the guy had money. He was trying to get kids out of Germany, and the whole storyline. And then the whole, cusp of the whole story was that tobacco company ended up producing baseball cards at the end of it. Yep. So it's kind of cool, isn't it? And he's got the stamp and the postmark. He shows the close up.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Exactly 1 month after they dropped the first bombs in World War I.
Yep.
It was cool. Pretty cool.
And there was an interesting back and forth about Mike Schooler. How about that?
Oh my God!
Don't give it away. Just let it go. Just let it go. It's fun. It's funny. It's good stuff.
Yeah. And then one more thing, Eric. And again, you got to watch the show. But did you see he freaking ruined it on me? My story, my big story. I told him, hey, it's all about the stories, right? We were going to do a story about Gene Bearden. Did you hear him mention Gene Bearden? Yeah. He's the guy with the plate in his head, and he had not double amputee, but he had 2 broken arms and plates. And he goes, I said, that's a feature story we're going to do. He goes, that's been proven wrong recently. He lied about it. On his deathbed, he goes, no, I don't have a plate in my head or any broken bones. I'm like, well, you want that? Jesus.
There's Celtic again. He says he subbed. It was a very good series for my Yankees, but you gained a viewer. You guys are hilarious. Good luck going forward. Again, Celtics, appreciate it, man. I tell you what, we've gained quite a few subscribers from other fan bases. Graham out there, he's a huge Yankees fan. We got some other Yankees fans. We got some Mets fans and Dodger fans and San Diego Padre fans. Of course, majority of us are Giants fans here because that's who we cover. But I appreciate it, man. It means a lot to where if we can attract people from other fan bases because they enjoy hearing what we have to say, we appreciate that. That's awesome.
Again, we have fun. Lou talked about the changes to the ballpark and how he liked them in his area. There was all this mystery around the Willie Mays Plaza and all the changes they made. Eric, they put in a cheap little score, like a digital board that doesn't have scores or anything. It's just like a pink board with Go Giants Go.
Well, they got glass.
The baseballs to the other side of the room. And I went, what's all? And they widened. The concourse by the escalator.
Nice.
I said, where's that? So, of course, me being me, I go, yeah, I noticed. I go, so where's all the changes you made? Well, they're here. I go, yeah, well, what else? Like, what were the big changes? Well, those are the big changes. I go, oh, yeah, I figured.
And I know they put glass, because it was all open, because they expanded it out. They put the glass up there right above the Willie Mays entrance. So, but yeah, it's all mostly.
It's all gimmick.
For the high rollers, so to speak.
Gimmick.
All right. Final thoughts. What you got, Lou?
I'm glad they're off tomorrow. I'm glad they're off. Because it's different when you watch it on TV, but when you go live, it was such a crazy day. I made a big sacrifice to go to the game because I already made a commitment instead of, going down in San Jose and watching my Cats. And when I went there, it was just like, it was almost like I closed my eyes and woke up and they, I don't know. It was just, I know Glenn, because I heard the show when you guys first started, and he brought it up where it's sort of boring and dull. If it wasn't the Yankees, it would have been more quiet, because the Yankee fans sort of got the vibe going. Hey, I got to see Aaron Judge after me and Glenn saw him the other night. I saw him hit a home run. So, that's always fun. And, I don't know what it is, but there is definitely something missing, if that makes sense. Like, people are just they're going through the motions, but something's missing. Even like when like the craziest I saw was not when we scored the run, but when Ramos threw the guy out, which was a great throw.
Great throw. And Bailey caught it. And he caught it in front of home plate.
And it was a rocket. That's when I saw all the players get excited. The rest of the time, they didn't get excited. Because what they've done this year, the one advantage in our seats that when you guys come with me, you'll see is the net has been moved again. So literally, we have probably 8 feet in front of us there's a net, and I can actually just high five the players, nothing. So the seats have even gotten better, if that makes sense. And with our entrance now, we go through an entrance. It's unlimited sodas. So Abraham doesn't have to worry about anything. Unlimited popcorn, Cracker Jacks. And then you can order food there. So it's a nice sit-down thing that's separate for our seats. And
that's good.
Yeah, so, they're trying to do something different. But, again, most importantly to me is the product on the field.
There you go. Glenn, what you got, man?
They were here. They thought they got the wrong house. They thought Lou, I don't know. Lou is not here. Lou is not here. Geez, every time I hear a siren, I think they're coming. Oh. No, Lou does not live here. Anyway, Lou, you're on to some stuff tonight. You and I always seem to think alike. Yeah, I think it's a very melancholy lineup, and it takes me back a couple of seasons ago when Larry Baer announces, wait till you see when we go to the bullpen, we're going to close again. We're going to have a light show for the closer. Like, you sure as hell better not be pulling those stunts this year with this lineup. Stop with that. I said you have to have quality before you have the game show, the scene. You can't have the lights and the glitz and glamour without a freaking winning ball club, Eric. And it's very, in my opinion, very, very melancholy. Lou, I said to Eric, and again, I watch a lot of baseball during the day because I've got the MLB package, and I'm a flipper. I'm flipping one channel to the next, forgetting I'm watching one game, and I go, oh, shit, I missed that for 3 innings because I went over to another game. And all these other teams have players that I go, oh, this is going to be exciting. Or a little rally in the 9th tonight for the Atlanta Braves. That was exciting. And we knew who Dom Smith was, so there was a bit of an interest. I want to see what Dom does. And you knew coming in, I mentioned earlier, I know I'm rehashing something, Eric, here that I told you earlier, but it was when they went to, who did I say it was, came in with the knock into the gap? Matt Olson. When I saw Matt Olson come up on my phone, I was watching the game and watching the Atlanta on my phone. I said, well, now Matt Olson's the kind of guy who can keep, Tony V talks about keeping them moving around the bases. He's a guy who can keep. Lou, I don't feel the excitement. I don't feel the trust level in our bats or our players. It's just boring. Every time they go to the bullpen, I'm like, that's bathroom break time. That's the equivalent now to when Bailey comes to the plate. I'm sorry, but I don't feel the excitement. I actually told Eric it's a good thing as well that tomorrow is an off day because I'm heading to San Diego for this, what could be a farce as well. This comedy routine they've got called Giants Baseball. If it continues, it's going to get nasty. I'm going in disguise. I'm going to be a friar and go, God bless you all. I'm getting the hell out of here. And I'm going to go see a shrink tomorrow and ask him, I'll say, am I really a Giant fan anymore? Or should I be a Giant fan? Because I seem to be losing my oomph for this product that they call Giants Baseball. And Lou paying for it. Because I said it and then I watched the replay. You started the show yesterday saying Glenn wants a refund for this. And I said, I want my money back. So you and I are always on the same plane, if you will. And I think you agree, too. It's a kind of a boring product to start the season, Lou.
Yeah, one thing I did forget, the best thing about today is, because, by the way, it's not the same shirt. I have 3 of them. Just so you guys know, but it started getting windy because of the time. I wore the pullover that Julio was nice enough to give us, and 2 people said, that show is nuts. And I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? They go, that show is nuts. I'm like, what the hell? And then the girl I was with goes, what's on the back of your pullover? And, of course, it says Giant Sports Talk Live. And 2 people go, I enjoy that show. I go, I've never seen you. They go, don't worry. We've heard about you. So the word is getting out about Giant Sports Talk Live. I think what happened is the guy might have known who I was. And if he would have said who he was, maybe I would have done something wrong. But that means usually a little sarcasm works. You know what I mean? So That was probably the best part of the game.
All right, here we go. Scarbrand, the Exiled, donates $5. Thank you, Scarbrand. Yankee fan here. I feel that the Giants lost the series as much as the Yankees won it. I like your guys' show. Just subscribe. Scarbrand. Again, thank you, sir. Much appreciated, man. That's awesome. Again,
open to interpretation.
I know you follow the Yankees, but if you want to know anything about the Giants and you want to be entertained, hey, come listen to us because we have good times over here. We're huge fans of the game. So, yeah, appreciate you there, Scarbrand. Much appreciated.
Hey, Lou, you saw it today. I saw it today and yesterday. Great comment. Appreciate him joining up, signing in. Appreciate the donation to the show. But at the end of the day, Lou, the eyes do not deceive the brain. The Yankees were the better team.
They were. Yankees played some good baseball, man. No doubt about it.
We are not the New York Yankees.
Look, the Yankees pitching was fabulous, dude. The starters, the bullpen, and then they kept moving the line. And then their big boppers, they did what big boppers do. They go out there and they hit home runs. All right, hey, I tell you what, tell me, what do you think? You think this guy's deserving of that Willie Adames? Team Big V says letting Dom Smith walk when he put the ball in play so often was a mistake. What do you think? Would you agree?
Well, let's let him vote. I pulled one out. Or is that the one I pulled out? I think that's the one I pulled out. Yeah, that's a good one, Eric.
All right, there you go. Hey, Tim Big V, make sure you send an email to Giants Sports Talk Live.
I think he's a Vitello fan. Team Big V.
I
won't blame Vitello, guys, but he can only work with what he got, Lou.
Tim Big V, he's been a member of the chat for some time, even before.
Is he local?
I think he is. Hey,
good. Okay. Meet me at the game.
If you're still out there,
we don't have to mail it.
If you're still out there, send an email so we have your address to giantssportstalklive@gmail.com.
And we'll drop it off.
Easy. Exactly.
Lou, earlier in the show, you probably didn't see this. We talked about this was actually a good talking point too, Eric. They were talking about Eldridge coming up, so they let Dom Smith go. I said they're not the same type of hitter. No. You can't compare keeping a Dom Smith because you think Eldridge, or vice versa, letting him go because you think Eldridge is going to be up. They give you two completely different at-bats.
They do. There's no doubt about it.
Now, are we going to get to see Encarnacion in this trip? I asked Eric, Lou, you want to get out of here, Lou, or Eric, but I think there are a couple more points. Lou wasn't in early. I pondered the question with Eric at the beginning of the show. How long are they going to go with the same lineup? There were questions opening night, people going, I don't like this lineup, and Chapman batting second. He's rolling with this similar lineup for 3 days. When are we going to see the bench? Are we going to get to see Encarnacion? Or is he strictly going to try to use this bench as bench players? Maybe he's rolling with the team we're seeing every day now.
Well, I personally didn't like the lineup today. I don't know if you guys commented on the lineup because it did change for game 3, but I still didn't like it. I mean, Arias third, I thought was, okay. I didn't really have a problem with that, but, you have Jung-Hoo Lee leading off. Again, here we go with Jung-Hoo Lee. He's going to wind up batting every position, and we talked about that last year. Chapman second is a disaster. Okay, that's a disaster. I know he came through today, but that is a disaster. Why is he batting second? He has no hand-eye coordination. He doesn't hit with contact, right? So you got to move him down. Devers.
Did you see his helmet was still flying off, Lou? Four times, I think I saw it today. Yeah. 4 times. He can't keep the helmet on. I got to go to Little League, get guys some helmets.
Yes, and again, they got to do something about the 7, 8, 9. I mean, you go Bader, Bailey, and Schmidt.
2 weeks.
It's brutal. So you got to break them up. So again, I know it's only game 3, but when I saw the lineup today, I was like, Robert Duval, what's his name? Your buddy, Robert.
Robbie Dizzle.
Robbie Dizzle. Sorry, I was thinking of the nickname. He sent me a photo, and I go, okay, he might want to maybe meet for a drink at the ballpark, and it was the lineup. And I went, oh, God.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they got to do something in the lineup. All I ask is be consistent and keep it the same way. But they've now had, 2 different lineups in 3 days. I just don't like Jung-Hoo Lee leading off. I don't like.
I don't see the consistency, and I got Eric. I wanted to get Eric's juices going early today, get them all fired up. And I was talking about Rafi Devers. And I said, Rafi Devers isn't a professional hitter. He's going to grip it, rip it. You're going to get 35, maybe 40 home runs out of the guy. He's not really a professional hitter. And that's the problem. I feel that even our, what you call our ace players, the guys who should be produced, he may put up numbers at the end of the year, 30 home runs. But is Adames really, does he produce like does he give you at bats like a pro hitter? In my opinion, no. Chapman, no. And then, like you said, the back end, there's nothing off the back end. So are we really any good at the plate, Lou?
Oh, you're muted.
I'd like to hear what Lou's got to say. We'll give him a second. He was clearing his throat.
The spark I saw today was, Lee did get that double, and then Chapman did have a single. But beside that, it was all Arias. Nobody else. I mean,
Devers had 2 hits.
I know he had 2 hits, and I don't remember them. That's what I was saying. I think one was off the fist. But what I mean is, Arias is the only professional hitter. He scored.
Arias gives you a good at bat.
And the thing is we all off season, all we heard is defense. He made 3 great defensive plays again today. So let's put the defense behind him. Yeah. He leads the Giants in stolen bases. Let's put his slowness behind him. Okay. So I think what we got to do, and he's batting 273, except for Ramos, who's batting 300. He's second on the team. So let's concentrate and about it. Where Arias right now is your team leader. I'm telling you, because he wants to win. The other thing too is he only has a 1-year contract. He wants to show him how valuable he is. He's healthy, but you got to be consistent lineup. I don't mind him batting third, but you got to have someone that's going to be able to protect him behind him. I'd rather have him bat fifth, but that's just me. Bear down, of course. Big win today. See you next Saturday. Final.
He also says, and I think you talked about this earlier. Why did Tony pitch to Judge? Yeah,
I think you, Eric, Lou, and I have been the only guys who supported the move when they brought in Luis Arias. So I don't understand when you see the comments, Celtics saying, where did he go? Geez, they're moving in. They're fast and furious here. I disagree with him not being a professional hitter. Constantly bats 3. Yeah, we have supported that, saying that he is our bat. The guy won 3 batting titles. Lou brought it up on the show, not just 3 teams.
Yeah.
So he is our hitter. And to say he's not if I had not seen the Giants play before or Luis Arias, listening to Giant Sports Talk Live and the other channels, Eric and Lou, all I've heard is how piss poor his defense is. I wouldn't know it by watching the first 3 games. I think you're all lying to me. It's like the Giants do, because he played a hell of a series on the field. I think so. I thought he threw out runners at the plate. He went backward in the ball several times to the outfield and snagged some that were difficult. He had range on a couple of balls I liked, Lou. So what did he do defensively to let us down? If we see that all year, I'll take that all year long.
Got to remember last year, and I'll let Eric talk. Sorry, he played first base 92% of the time. 92% of the time he played first base because the Padres already had a Gold Glove second baseman. So we all talked. He's slow. The guy leads the team. I mean, if you would have seen him today when he stole that base, Eric, third, it was all mental. He knew it, and his speed. It wasn't that he was slow. He was never going to make it. And that's what the Giants, they need it. They need some kind of spark. So, I know Devers, trust me, I want him to launch one, especially when you're there. But, I just think that the problem is if they're going to keep this lineup, because this was we've had back-to-back right-handers, but we've had 2 different lineups. 2, not even close, except for 7, 8, 9. So just be consistent. That's all I ask.
Same guys.
Here's an update. Top of the 9th in LA. Mr. Trumpet Man himself, Edwin Diaz, is trying to close it out for the Dodgers. I don't know if you guys saw the festivities yesterday, man. They're doing it up. And it's funny because it must be fun to have nice things. Because, man, I'll tell you one thing. The Dodgers, and look, yesterday, we look what the Dodgers did. They're the 2 guys that they signed in the offseason won it for them yesterday. Kyle Tucker had a key RBI. Edwin Diaz comes in and closed it out. And guess what? They got a win. How about that? And now, let's see. Pavin Smith flied out Nolan Arenado flat out. The Diamondbacks are down to their last out. Edwin Diaz is in line to get his second save in a row for the Dodgers.
Let us know how it finishes, and then you can take us out, Eric. Remind the folks just tuning in, the San Francisco Giants have the day off tomorrow. Well, I'll remind them. I got my in the cards tomorrow night. Don't miss it. 8 o'clock start, Pacific. Check your local listings. Then on Monday, we play the Padres. Eric, breaking news, somewhat breaking news. The Giants already are fiddling with the pitching, and there's been some changes to what we expected the rest of the way in that series.
Yeah, it looks like Logan Webb, instead of going Wednesday, he's going to move up a day. It's fine. I mean, he had a bunch of days off, so it's not like it's detrimental. But they moved him up, so it's going to be Roop for game 1, Logan Webb for game 2, and then Adrian Hauser for game 3.
I feel bad if I was for Hauser. All of a sudden, I'm like, well, you're moving him ahead of me. What am I? Chopped liver?
And
that's like when I go out in public with Eric, right? It's always, hey guys, are you Eric? I go, what am I? Spoiled milk here? What's going on?
And to recap, Giants lose. They get swept. Opening series, they lose 3-1 to the New York Yankees. So that's where we stand.
Ooh.
And the final out has been recorded. Another fly ball to left field. Dodgers win again.
I'll see you guys from San Diego Monday night.
Sounds good.
Safe travels, Glenn.
We'll catch you on the next one too, guys. Guys, be safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will be back here Sunday night. No, I'm sorry, Monday night from San Diego. So here we go. Guys, be good. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.